How's it going, everybody? This is Paul Miller. I'm here with your main man, Christian Fulp. You all remember us from last year when we did the Central Penn Knights, not only just baseball, soccer, and basketball. We're bringing you another year of Central Penn Knights. Lady basketball will also have some of the men's games on the slate this year, but we open up tonight, Christian, with the Lady Knights.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We're going to have an amazing game. I want to start out by saying it's an honor to be back here for another season. Last season was an amazing experience. I got to get my feet wet in the broadcasting industry, and it's just great to be back. Like I said, I'm ready to enjoy another great game with our Lady Knights and watch the duo, the dynamic duo of Khadijah Patterson and Jalen Burton-Jones. So I'm ready.
You know, Jalen Burton-Jones last year, over 31 points a game, led the entire nation across all different divisions in college basketball for lady scoring. Jalen, I mean, she does it all. She can shoot from the outside, drive it to the hole, distribute to her teammates, rebound. She's the all-around player, Christian.
Definitely, yeah. It's going to be a great one today as the Lady Knights take on Penn State Scranton. I want to give out our starting lineup for the Knights. So our starting lineup today will be Breanna, number 11, Khadijah Patterson, number 21, Khadijah Robinson, number 22, Jalen Burton-Jones, number 23, and Leanna Borelli, number 33.
And you mentioned Khadijah Patterson. She's one half of that inside-outside presence from Jalen down inside to Khadijah. We're going to have to see how that plays out tonight. Doesn't really look like Penn State Scranton can match the size of Khadijah Patterson inside. Over 8 rebounds a game last year. I mean, that inside-outside presence is really going to be an important factor for the Knights to be successful and to reach their goals of getting to their first ever USCAA tournament. In recent memory.
Yeah.
Some new and important pieces that we want to talk about, Christian. Some reserves that are back for another season from Kiera White, Kayla Murr, and Sierra DeWalt. They're going to play some important minutes coming off the bench, and they give the Knights some speed and some size off the bench. So I want everyone to keep an eye on that. But Christian, I'm going to turn it over to you. We have a couple new Knights this year.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I want to start with one of the new Lady Knights who is a starter. She is She is the only new player on the starting 5, and that is Khadijah Robinson. Another new player this year would be Ashley Matter, Talia Peterson, and Tanaya Jackson as well. So keep your eye out for them.
So yeah, we've got a great season of Central Penn Knights basketball for you. Today, the call will be myself and Tyler Coleman. So people that watch and keep up with Central Penn Knights sports will remember Tyler from the baseball season. He's going to join us. He produced our soccer over the summer. So it's going to be sort of a 3-person team in the booth with you this year between myself, Christian, and Tyler Coleman. So we hope that you stay tuned, and we're going to be coming to you here starting up in just a couple of minutes. So Christian, I'm looking forward to your producing this game. We'll see you back here on the post-game show. We can break down how Jalen and Khadijah did in their first game of the season.
Definitely. Great to be here.
All right, we'll be tipping off here in just a couple minutes. We'll be back in just a few with Central Penn Knights Lady Basketball.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet. It is time for the starting lineup for the Central Penn Lady Knights. Assisted by Casey Hicks and Natalie Fisher. At guard, Chris Nielsen, number 33, Leanna Morelli. At guard, from Middletown, number 23, Jalen.
All right, Tyler Coleman, a lot happening here in the first game of the season. Central Penn Lady Knights basketball. Frankly, pleasure to have you in the booth here with us tonight. We're looking forward to a fantastic effort here from the Lady Knights. Tyler, a lot we can talk about today. Major shakeups in terms of the coaching situation. Casey Hicks has slid from head coach to athletic director. Now Chris Norkus is on the bench. And Robinson wins the tip. And we go right to Jalen for the first try. And unfortunately, did not follow through. Tyler, first basketball game you're ever calling. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, this is exciting. You know, we got to do baseball back in the spring, so basketball is definitely new here.
Breanna with a quick defensive stand there. Breanna just finished up soccer, as did Kayla Murrin, who's also on the team, one of our stars of the soccer team. Lewis inbounds to number 1, Cuono. Working around the outside. Central Penn's working a 2-3 zone there. Didn't quite connect. And a rebound to Robinson. Jalen with the ball. Borelli also handled the ball coming down the court, Tyler. So they have some great passing size on the outside. You know, Jalen's going to try to distribute down inside to Borelli and inside to Patterson. Great look, didn't fall.
Just missed that one.
Lewis walks the ball back to Cuono. Quick double team there. The wide open 3 from Powell won't fall, and Robinson with her second rebound.
Yeah, rebounding should definitely benefit Central Penn with the size that they have in this game.
Well, there's no doubt the size advantage goes to Central Penn, and I would argue the shooting from the outside as well. I'm obviously not as well versed in Penn State Scranton lady basketball as I should be, but I know we can shoot from deep. 0 for 3 though early, and Robinson keeps it in. Back to Jalen, and I don't know. And inside to Borelli, the shot, the boot.
Nice play to get Central Penn on the board first.
Really looks like early Penn State Scranton's trying to penetrate, and there's just nothing going on here. Quick turnover. Breanna pushes to Jalen. Will we see Jalen's first points? No, she dishes to Robinson.
I think she easily easily could have went up for the layup on that, but she passed it off for the layup.
One thing you'll notice about Jaylin is she is not selfish. She loves to pass the ball. Maybe she should give LeBron some notes here. Lewis inside to Berger. Open from deep again. That's 0 for 2 from behind the arc for Powell. Taking a look at last year's stats, Powell did shoot well from the outside, averaged about 7 points a game. Did shoot nearly 30% from 3. So the home tip-off here, like I said, Chris Norkus now on the bench, Casey Hicks now athletic director, still assistant coach. We talked to her about that on the podcast that'll be coming out on Tuesday, Tyler.
I think that shows Casey's dedication, taking over the athletic director role and then still sticking with basketball.
No question about that. Jaylin tries to distribute again, but gets the charge. We don't like seeing Jaylin getting into foul trouble here, Tyler.
It's never good to have one of your star players get fouled early.
But I don't want to make it seem like Jaylin is our whole team. We are deep at the starting lineup. We've got returning bench pieces that a lot of colleges don't have the opportunity to have, and some great new freshmen as well. DeRay Patterson with the rebound. Jaylin takes it up. She's been distributing. Has she even taken a shot yet?
I don't think she has. I think we've seen a couple assists from her.
Inside triple team there. Maybe an ill-advised pass inside there. I think Jaylin maybe should just start taking some shots. Hard to be critical 3 minutes in.
It seemed like Penn State was taking a lot of threes. They finally were able to knock their first one down on that shot.
So 4-3 Central Penn leads with 6:25 left in the first. And Jaylin from deep. And there it is. Right on cue. Shot. I think that'll get her in a groove right there.
Looks like Central Penn's playing a little 2-3 zone defense here.
Another three from deep, short again. And Jaylin with the rebound, going the other way, even strength, but Jaylin up off the glass, gets her own miss. Yeah. This is incredible early.
I don't think we've seen Penn State take anything inside the arc yet.
Not even anybody in her face, only the best player in the country, and they just said, well, hey, we'll leave her open. Unfortunately missed the shot.
There's the open layup.
Open layup.
Alyssa Cuano.
You know, we talk a lot about Jaylin, but let's be honest. Nearly 30 minutes a game, Tyler. 58% from the field. 43% from 3. Another 5
Those are
rebounds a
almost
game.
video game-like numbers when you can shoot 50% from the field.
So 7-5, but Penn State pushes. Loses the ball, and Jaylin's going the other way. Nice move there. The scoop, and a little too strong. And Penn State's back the other way.
Three-pointer, got it.
Drained it.
Alyssa Cuano.
Cuano puts Scranton up 8-7. Cuano new to the team this year. I think Jaylin just needs to try to get it down inside. She's trying to do too much right now. Everything's running through her, so let's see what your teammates can do. Sheree Thornton checked into the game there, and inside to Patterson. Oh, kicking the ball. Gets her own board. And that's the foul. So Sheree 0 for 3 from the field, but hey, we'll take those free throws. Sheree is such a key part of our team. The inside-outside presence of Sheree. All right, we've got 4 new people checking in for Scranton. The inside-outside presence of Sheree and Jaylin is really the key to the team. I'm sure you watched some of the games last year. That's our strength.
Well, I think it's safe to say if you can have a player dominate in the paint, it'll help open up your outside shooting.
That ties it at 8 right there, Tyler. I'm interested to see what some of the new Knights are bringing to the table. Robinson already with a couple of rebounds and 2 points.
And Patterson makes both, makes it a 9-8 score. Cuono's still in there, but a whole new lineup for Penn State Scranton. They just must seem confident in their depth here. This is the first game of the year. Maybe the coach just wants to see what he has. Peters the shot and the bucket. And that's 10-9. Penn State Scranton takes the lead. Jalen brings the ball down. Borelli already on the bench. I want to see Borelli get going. Robinson from long range.
Khadijah Robinson for 3.
You got our main man Brian Cristiana on the PA over there.
Brian's doing fantastic.
Yeah, he's in his element. 12-10 Central Penn, 3:26 left in the first. And Jalen takes it back the other way after the rebound by Thornton. Jalen back to Thornton. Nice shot.
I like the little no-look passes there.
Thornton was injured last season. We saw her at the games. Unfortunately, she didn't play too many. And the steal for Robinson. A little too quick on the outlet. Jalen! Unbelievable!
Doing it all right now.
Fantastic. Threw a bad outlet pass, but Jalen fought for it. Put the rebound back. It's amazing. Peters is firing up another shot with a rainbow arc. In and out of the hands of Jalen. And the steal by Robinson. Another bad pass to Jalen as he keeps it in bounds. I like the shoes that he has, the Under Armours. They're awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Take your time, let's go.
Thornton, Patterson, Jalen. She's directing traffic. Back to Robinson. Inside to Duray. What a move. Just can't get that shot to fall.
Offensive rebound. So close.
She will find that shot. She's had a couple point-blank shots, but she is definitely playing well so far. And from long range. Something more like a pass. Patterson. Back to Jalen. Whistling misses there, and Duray draws another foul. to 10. Ray back to the line, 2 for 2 from the stripe thus far. 16-10 at this point. And makes another one. Hasn't made a field goal yet, Tyler, but 4 for 4 from the line, and Central Penn Knights lead 18-10 with a minute 34 left in the first.
Hey, sometimes seeing those free throws go down can help with shooting.
Pleasure to be here at East Penn High School for the home opener, the season opener for the Central Penn Knights Lady Basketball. We're playing Penn State Scranton this evening.
Central Penn showing a little full court press here.
Nice little jaunt down 81 to get here. And to your point, that full court press, that's a steal.
That's a turnover, yeah.
Already more than about a half dozen turnovers from Scranton. And Borelli's who I want to see get involved here, Tyler. Went to the bench early over the back foul there for Varco. Borelli was such a key to everything. She was sort of the spoon that stirred the coffee, if you will, if you excuse my cliche. But we got to make sure to see Borelli very involved in this offense. Right to Jaylin. No one touched her. And she missed it. Still an 8-point lead for the Knights. And another missed layup. Jaylin, 3 on 2.
intentional three-point play.
We're actually seeing our first of Tania Jackson, number 3. She's one of our top recruits into this year's team. I'm interested to see how she does. Jalen's going to get a quick breather. Kiara White's going to come in at guard. Five for 5 from the line for the Knights tonight, 21-10. I will tell you that I don't think Chris is going to have much of a voice. Chris Norquist is going to have much of a voice after this game. Good defense from White there. Back to Tania. The pull-up jumper. And Borelli trying to get the rebound. Ashley Matter will check in. Jure is going to get a breather, so we got Jure and Jalen on the bench right now for the last 35 seconds of the quarter. Central Penn up 21-10.
11-point lead. I think it's a good time to rest a couple of your best players.
A long 3 again from Powell. 0 for 5 from threes today. Up to Jackson. Trying to draw the foul, but Jure with another rebound. Matter with a rebound and a score.
Third time with the charm on that play.
First basket for Central Penn. Oh, and takes the charge.
This kind of makes me wonder. You see Penn State Scranton taking a lot of threes, but them not making it. You wonder if they'll change it up.
Powell's taken at least 5 from deep, and really hasn't even been close. Matter took a shot, was slow to get up there, but seems okay, and actually the first one down the court at this point. White the inbound in, does it count? No. Mr. Christiana said it, 23-10 Central Penn at the end of 1. Well, it's certainly been a good start. Jure Patterson missed a couple easy layups, but was 4 for 4 from the line, kind of set the tone. Jalen, a couple assists, a 3, a couple layups, some excellent plays on defense, distributing to her teammates. I mean, this has been a textbook Central Penn at this point.
I think Central Penn has also done a fantastic job pulling down the offensive rebounds to give them second chances.
Penn State Scranton, on the other hand, to your previous point here, Tyler, all these threes haven't connected with one yet. I actually believe Tuono did have one early in the first quarter, but missed their last 6 threes.
I wonder if the size differential has anything to do with that. You know, maybe Penn State Scranton's a little scared to take it inside because of taller Central Penn players.
That's a very good point. Well, we're going to get started here with the second quarter. 23-10 Central Penn. We will chat with somebody. We're not sure who yet. It's going to depend on the second quarter. We will be chatting with somebody at halftime, and at the end of the game, we will name a Nightly News Player of the Game, Tyler. Jalen has won that several times, let's just say that. It's hard to pick other people than Jalen, but we're going to have to try to spread the love around a little bit this year, sort of like the MVP award. So Jalen back, Jure still on the bench, getting a rest. Tuono's the one that hit that 3 earlier. And the steal. Jackson inside to Borelli, and that's good.
Nice find of his teammate.
Looks like they're going to get Matter with a foul there. I don't know if we're waiting for everybody to be quiet to start play or... Because that's not going to happen here, Tyler.
It's awfully quiet. Great crowd here tonight. A lot of students coming out.
What a steal by Borelli! Jackson takes it down the floor. No one's covering her. Matter. Back to Jackson. And Borelli from long range. And that's good.
Penn State, Central Penn really building a big early lead here. Up 28-10.
Borelli last year did shoot 33% from deep, averaged 8 points a game. 40% from the floor, but I gotta tell you, it's her chemistry that she brings to the lineup with Borelli that's really her intangible. Can do pretty much everything, and a great compliment to Jalen on the outside. Another missed shot there from Peters. Jalen. Shocking foul. Coach not pleased, but Jalen, you know, when you lead the nation in scoring, you'll get that call. You know, what never ceases to amaze me, Tyler. Now, it's not to say that it's easy to necessarily follow some of these teams, but all you got to do is look at stat sheet to see that Jalen's averaging 30 points a game. They're leaving her wide open. I'm surprised she's not getting double teamed.
That kind of makes you wonder going into halftime if Penn State Scranton's going to change up their game plan.
A lot of this has been fast break points for the Knights. I mean, to me, really what Penn State Scranton should worry about is not turning the ball over. That's really the key so far.
Not turning the ball over and taking better shots.
Peters looking again. Nearly another steal there. Thompson puts the ball on the floor. White tries for the steal. Another foul. It seems early Central Penn getting themselves into foul trouble here. And Peters will inbound to Thompson. Going baseline. Little off on that one. Matter the board. Jackson's open on the wing. Out of bounds.
Nice attempt there by White to save the ball.
I'm impressed with Jackson's speed. Haven't seen Jackson take a whole lot of shots yet, but I'd love to see what the jumper's looking like. Lewis checks back in. Berger will inbound here on the far side. Breanna will walk it up. They've got to make a move here. Down 29-10, Tyler.
Number
3. They just have no chance inside.
Yeah, to your point, there's no chance inside, and they're not hitting their jump shots, so that's not going to lead to a good night.
No, that's the double whammy there, if you will. And Central Penn is deep. And I'm telling you, that was the thing that Christian and I talked about early on. The depth of Central Penn. We haven't even gotten to see some of their returning bench players. Kiara White is out there. Senior Kiara White. This will be her last season. This will also be Jalen's last season. So this season is shaping up to be something special here, Tyler. Last hurrah for a lot of these players.
You know, we did talk to Casey on the podcast today, and she said this could be one of the best teams in school history. So
I think that's fair to say. Let's just keep everyone healthy.
Yep.
2 quick fouls on White there. 7:35 left in the second quarter. 29-10. Paul Miller here with Tyler Coleman, of course, being produced by the one and only Christian Fulp. He'll be back on the postgame show. Robinson's already grabbed 5 boards tonight. Robinson to Jackson, inside, what a shot. And Robinson the rebound. Between Robinson and Patterson, this is going to be an amazing 1-2 punch inside. This is like the old Patrick Ewing, Marcus Camby days.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be many teams that are going to be able to stop those.
And throw Larry Johnson in there too, and then you got 3 amazing rebounders. Living in the early 2000s with the Knicks. Borelli to inbound. Going inside to Jackson, couldn't connect. Quano, the fast break the other way. What a steal by Jackson.
Well, now is Penn State's opportunity to get some points.
They're just not aware of their surroundings. They've turned the ball over way too much here in the first half to even really compete.
Yeah, I think Quano would have been better off pulling up and waiting for his teammates to come down court.
Jackson from 3, no. But inside to Robinson. I'm surprised there was not a foul called there. This might be a naked gun situation where the refs just want to get home.
The old adage, just let them play.
Really cool to be able to do this home and season opener here for the Lady Knights. We'll be back again for the home opener next Wednesday to see the gentlemen. Another steal. And Breanna, coast to coast.
Finally, Penn State calls a timeout. That makes me wonder why they waited so long.
They still have several of them.
A 31-10 lead. Couldn't ask for a better start for Central Penn.
6:26 left in the first. Excuse me, in the second. 6:26 away from halftime. 21-point lead here for the Knights, 31-10. Almost another steal there. The quick shot. Collins misses the shot there. Borelli walks it up.
Seems like it's been forever since Penn State scored a basket.
I am not sure that they've scored in this quarter, Tyler. Breanna, Thompson. Into Borelli on the outside. Into Robinson. One thing you can clearly see, everybody's touching the ball here. Everyone touched the ball on that last possession, Tyler.
Yeah, very nice ball movement. Nice way to get everybody involved.
Penn State now 35. Addison Boyd, first personal foul.
Checking in from the men's score, unfortunately down in an exhibition to Morgan State, 71-44, with only a couple seconds left in that one. They gave it a valiant effort in the first half from what we were following, but couldn't hang on till the end. On the other hand, the Lady Knights are up by 21. Inside to Patterson. Up and
In and out.
Duray has got to be heartbroken at this point. Another steal! Norcus almost got involved there. And you see Jay Lynn on the bench going crazy. And over the back foul, they're going to call that every time, Tyler. Going to send Berger to the line. And they get back on the board there. In and out, Jure with another rebound. Borelli to Whistling. Around the outside. Still with that 2-3 zone here, Tyler. Jalen's getting an extended look on the bench, and Robinson's really impressed here tonight. What a shot!
Another offensive rebound leading to that basket. Central Penn's size is really playing the advantage here.
Robinson.
But interestingly enough, Tyler, it's not just the size, actually, it's the size and speed. It's the speed that's causing these turnovers, not the size. The size is helping them on the glass. The speed is helping them make these turnovers. Jalen is still on the bench, but at this point, we're playing great. Screen set by Robinson, over to Sheree Thornton. Borelli drives, gives it to Verna. They're gonna call a travel.
Now the referee's coming to talk. Maybe they both had different opinions on that play.
Travel it is. That was a tough play, though. She had like 3 people in between her.
Tough call, but Central Penn's done a nice job of not turning the ball over.
Rachel Lewis. Powell's had about 5 missed threes earlier. Still looking for that shot. And the shot. Chris Norkus is one of the most animated head coaches I've ever seen in my life.
33-11 lead, and he's still into this game.
Well, you got to set the tone. Whistling from the outside. That'll be Central Penn ball. Jalen checks back in. Borelli checks out. I'm interested to see how the minutes are going to play out for the rest of this game with such a big lead. But you have Jure and Jalen back in the game with Verna, Robinson, and Thornton. Now one of their first turnovers. And a
Penn State Scranton cannot hold on to the ball.
Turnover right back around. Jalen, open 3. Little off. And now
Fast break.
I would watch behind you. Number 23, Monique Hicks.
First field goal this quarter for Penn State.
She actually looked behind her and saw that Jalen was coming and altered her shot. I mean, Jalen's just everywhere. Blocked into Patterson. Can she finally get it to fall? No. But Patterson still played a heck of a game here. Definitely have a nice, solid 4-person rotation up front at the center and power forward spot. I guess Jalen would be the small forward in this offense, Tyler. What do you think?
I would think so. Shows you how tall the lineup is there.
Hicks again. Draws the foul. Will go to the line. 33-13. 3:02 left.
Central Penn fouls on number 1, Sheree Thornton, her first personal foul.
Hicks to the line. dangerous in here on those free throws. All right, back at it, 33-14, 2:52. Jalen, Whistling, Sheree Thornton, and of course inside two. Matter with the rebound to Jalen. Of course. Another three ball and just can't connect on that shot, number 24. Jalen, what a pull-up shot, and gets her own rebound, and the foul.
Ball.
Penn State fouls on number 12, Courtney Barco, her second personal foul.
Jalen to the line. Rims out. 35-14, 2:08 left. And number two. Nothing but net there. Rachel Lewis takes it up the court. Looking for Powell. Nice floater there from Powell. I mean, why not drive at this point? You've been so cold from the outside. Does draw the foul.
Didn't seem like much ball movement though there on Penn State's end.
I mean, if you look at that 2-3 zone, when you've got Matter, Robinson, and Patterson down 1-2-3, and you've got, you know,
That's where you
3 to 4 inches on everyone.
for Penn State, you need somebody to hit the free throw line shots there.
Well, what's interesting, Tyler, is early on, when they did that straight 4-for-4 swap early, it seems like there's some depth there. Why don't they bring in a smaller lineup that might be a little quicker? White grabs the rebound. Robinson's really been something else in this first half. And the shot from Jackson. Tania Jackson, her first three as a night. Hopefully of a long career. From deep, Rachel Lewis, that's actually her second three of the game. Start letting her shoot the ball.
Gotta give her that for knocking down the open shot.
We're under a minute left here. Jalen, another getting her own rebound situation inside to Ashley Matter.
Penn State fouls on number 10, Jordan Peters, her second personal foul.
41-38, 50 seconds left. And it's funny, Cuono's played well, Lewis has played well, but yet they're not getting a lot of minutes. Thompson's played well. There's been some bright spots for Penn State Scranton, but it just seems like there's too heavy of a player rotation for anyone to get in a groove.
Yeah, you think at this point, you know, Penn State being down 41-18, you think they'd want to stick with the hot hand.
And I mean, obviously there's going to need to be some adjustments from Penn State Scranton, but all systems go here for the Knights. White grabs her a rebound, and Jackson on the outside drives to the hoop. Double dribble. 3-second violation.
Don't see too many of those called throughout the course of the game.
Not when you're watching the NBA. You don't see a whole lot of anything really getting called. Not travels. Certainly not travels. They might as well just allow people to take 5 steps in the NBA, Tyler.
I watched a game the other day where Zach Levine from the Bulls took literally 4 steps before he dunked it. Nothing. Nothing was called.
And that will do it. Well, that's going to be the end of the first half for us.
Central Penn College 41, Penn State Scranton 18.
And we'll be right back with a special halftime interview coming up next. All right, we are being joined by number 22, Khadijah Robinson, on an amazing first half. We're going to go down to Breanna Stalsitz. Breanna, what do you have for us?
All right, so tell us a little bit about the first half. You guys are winning 41-18, so it's a big lead right now. What do you think?
We're playing good defense, talking a lot, boxing out, rebounding. Besides that, the fact that I'm tired, very tired. But other than that, we're doing a good job on defense with communication and everything.
So what do you think going into the second half that needs to be focused on, and what do you think is going to be the outcome of the girls working together?
Going through our plays, we should know our plays. Talking more on offense, looking for the open person. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. That's it. We're already doing good on defense and talking. We just need to work on our offense more.
And then new coaching is going well, everything's back?
Yeah, everything's going well. We're working together as a team. Everything's going perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a first half from Khadijah Robinson. We'll see you back here in just a few minutes for the second half. Until then, Central Penn Knights 41, Penn State Scranton 18. All right, Tyler. We're back at it for quarter number 3. 20 more minutes of Lady Knights basketball. It's gone all Central Penn's way so far, Tyler.
And Central Penn has looked good so far here in the second half, so let's see if they, or excuse me, the first half, so let's see if they can keep it up in the second half.
41-18, 23-point deficit at this point. Central Penn did get themselves in a little foul trouble there in the second quarter, but really the overarching issue here for the Penn State Scranton was hanging on to the ball and poor perimeter shooting. Only 2 threes made, and number 32, Rachel Lewis, made both of them. 24, Danielle Powell took several shots from the outside, but really struggled to find her range. On the other hand, Jalen Burton-Jones and Khadijah Robinson were the stars of the first half for the Knights. Starting outside early. They're really just not even trying to get it down inside.
I tell you what, number 12 for Penn State there, Courtney Varco, was standing wide open underneath the basket, and her teammates missed her.
Heights on only, listed heights only for on 5, tallest 5'8". Our tallest 5'11", 5'10", and a couple 5'9". So the size is definitely an advantage here. Jalen from outside. But the rebound, Borelli. Back to Jalen, drives inside, dishes it off to Borelli. Really dangerous along that baseline. Khadijah Robinson inside and gets her own rebound and foul.
Penn State foul number 11. Courtney Varco, third personal foul. And Khadijah Robinson is at the line for Central Penn College.
Robinson makes the first, on to the second. And the one thing you gotta say, Tyler, they're a perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line. And a steal by Robinson. So much for her being tired at that halftime interview, huh?
I'll tell you what, she's played fantastic this game.
Jalen outside, the Borelli misses, and Jeray Patterson finally gets her first shot to fall. Patterson struggled in the first half trying to get that inside layup to fall, but boy, that was a big one. And that's a jump ball there. And that'll go to Central Penn. All the breaks going Central Penn's way at this point, Tyler. I mean, there's not really much else to say.
No, I think that's one of the biggest reasons why they're up 45 to 18.
Well, you know, the breaks come and go both ways, don't forget. I don't want to talk over Brian here. He called it the 3 ball. That's Jalen's second. Buono from way outside. That's her second 3 of the night. That makes it 48-21. 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter for Central Penn.
You know, we talked about it in the first half about Penn State sticking with the hot hand, so it makes you wonder if Buono will start taking more of the shots.
You know, Buono went to the bench for a considerable amount of the first half after she came right out at the beginning of the game and hit a 3. You know, I'm by no means a basketball coach, so I'm sure that there was some kind of science behind that. But like you said, let's go with the hot hand. Powell will inbound to Cuono. Still in that 2-3 zone on the outside. Whistling Breanna and Jalen. And a formidable group inside. Another off-target shot for Powell. Back to Borelli. Jalen. I just can't believe they're giving her that much wide open shot.
Good shot, man!
Scranton the other way. Cuono. What a shot.
Got the foul and the basket.
That was an incredible shot. Nice angle there.
Seemed like she was falling backwards when she shot it too.
Looks like Breanna is going to get called for the foul. They didn't give her the shot. Did they wave off the basket? Now you got a continuation there for Samantha Collins. I think they waved off that last basket, Tyler.
Kind of makes you wonder why. It looked like she was fouled shooting the ball.
That's legitimate to me. We might have to go back to the instant replay feed.
Her second personal foul.
Borelli back to the bench with 2.
Samantha Collins looking for the three-point play here for Penn State.
They're looking to make it a game. 48-23, 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Paul Miller, Tyler Coleman calling this one for you. Christian Fulp producing the game today. So if there's any bad shots, blame him. Of course, I jest. It's such an honor to get to work with these guys. We've been looking forward to this day all year. In fact, we did do soccer, and that was fun, but I haven't got to commentate a game with you, Tyler, in
Since
4
baseball,
months.
yeah.
Since May. Probably a couple more than 4. My math's a little off, right? 5 or 6.
Well, I think we're going to have a good bit of games to call here during basketball season. So.
And to your point, we are calling, I believe, 8 or 9 men's and women's games combined. So that's going to be fun. We're going to get to know both teams. And then this really looks like a magical season early on for Penn State. Off target for that 3-point play. Robinson the rebound. Jalen brings it up the floor. They're going to call Brian Christiana asleep at the switch. Sort of a de facto timeout here while we get the shot clock working. This would be a good time to mention the club here, Tyler, Nightly News Media Club. We do sports broadcast, feature stories, podcasts. We've started our own podcast. So any students out there looking to be a part of what we're doing, interested in sports, interested in podcasting, writing, come to one of our meetings. Reach out to Brian Christiana, Tyler Coleman, Christian Fulp. They'll all get you hooked up with our next date. And we will get you published work, produced podcast, start your own podcast, be a part of our sports broadcast. We have room for everyone. So please, or you can always email me, paulmiller@centralpenn.edu. All right, looks like we're back at it. 48-23, 6:51 left in the third quarter. You know, there's been a little run here from the Penn State Scranton team, but it looks like we're clicking on all cylinders here. Going inside of Robinson, a little too quick. I got to tell you, Monique Hicks has been playing well. Cuono has been playing well. Collins, another inside basket. I think it's pretty obvious for Penn State Scranton who their starters are.
Yeah, Collins has scored their last few points there for Penn State.
Breanna to Thornton, back to Jalen. They're looking for Patterson inside. Jalen, a little off. But I got to tell you, and this is certainly no slight to Jalen, I'm sure she would tell you that she's struggling from the floor tonight. We're doing this well with her struggling.
I love the aggressiveness, though. You know, even with the big lead, you still see her taking shots.
And Jalen with the steal, going the other way. Takes on 3. Just can't get that to fall. Those shots will fall for Central Penn in the future. And what are they going to call this, Tyler?
Looks like a charge, but they're calling a blocking
They're
foul.
calling a block on Jalen. She's not happy. We'll go to the line. I think that's 3 on Jalen.
It looks like Jalen's heading back to the bench.
Central Penn fouls on number 23, Jalen Burton-Jones. That is her 3rd personal foul.
And Tania Jackson, who did some amazing things in the first half. I am just so impressed by Robinson here. Just making shots, shooting free throws, rebounds, steal. I mean, she's doing it all tonight. Thornton, the bucket right there. It's 50-27. And that's out of bounds. Hicks can't control it.
Let's go. Let's go.
More of the same this quarter, Tyler. What are your thoughts?
I think Central Penn has looked strong so far, you know. I know we've talked about Jalen struggling, but still for Central Penn to have a 23-point lead here, it's still looking good.
Well, and she's got to be close to the team lead in points. So, again, she may be struggling from the field, but she's not struggling playing in a general sense. Distributing the ball, steals, rebounds. Buono, tough. Gets the jump ball. That'll go to Penn State Scranton.
Jump ball results in Penn State basketball.
Jackson to Hicks to Thompson. Roll off. I mean, with our vantage point, it's tough for us to kind of keep track of the stats. I can't imagine they're shooting more than 25% here tonight, Tyler.
No, I definitely agree. I think they've taken more three-point shots than they have inside the paint. So, the size advantage that Central Penn has, keeping Penn State out of the paint and then Penn State not hitting their threes, it's not going to be a good night.
I mean, just in that situation right there, Penn State Scranton has a 3-on-1, and the speed of Central Penn to get back on that fast break and cause a turnover. Four minutes, 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Jackson inside took his shoulder there.
Like a hard foul there from Puano.
This is what I don't like about later on in kind of blowout games. People start getting chippy. But Jackson will go to the line. I'm impressed by Jackson tonight. Jackson, a freshman from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A lot of local people. Patterson from actually both of our alma maters. Carlisle, Pennsylvania. We're from Jure. She still resides there, as does Tyler. Jackson, the shot. Thornton with the rebound. Can't get it to fall.
Two more offensive rebounds there.
Interesting foul there they're calling on Central Penn there.
I thought that might have been another jump ball.
Thompson can't hold going to the basket. Looks like Robinson called with the foul. And Central Penn not looking good here in terms of foul trouble.
Number 22, Khadijah Robinson. That is her second personal foul.
Penn State Scranton's not helping themselves on the missed free throws either.
They've just struggled all up and down, whereas Central Penn, yes, they've struggled. Jerry Patterson missed a couple inside shots. Jaylyn would probably say that she struggled. Well, I'm sure we'll ask her after the game. But overall, Central Penn, this is an A-plus effort.
Absolutely. I think these are going to be one of the games that the coach won't have much to point out that the team did wrong.
Scranton showing some life on the offensive side of the glass, and another turnover. They've got to be in the double digits of turnovers, Tyler. Continually shoot themselves in the foot.
Honestly, I was thinking that back in the first half.
Robinson the screen for Jackson. Takes it left. Jackson's got a great dribble with both hands, too. Robinson the shot. I'll tell you, Robinson is something else. Thompson from deep. Just can't hit that three. They're probably 4 for 12 or 14 tonight. Robinson inside. Matter the rebound. Thornton puts it up. That offensive rebounding is just insane tonight. And
that was not a good pass.
Khadijah Jackson.
I like Jackson cutting off the passing lane there, almost forcing another turnover.
Cuono from deep again. A little short. Peters tried the save, didn't quite work. Back in Rachel Lewis, who has drained a couple from deep. I'm just really surprised about the minute distribution here for Penn State Scranton, Tyler.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It seems like they're making some early subs, and it kind of makes you wonder why.
I mean, I understand it's the first game of the season. You want to see what you got, but it's only 53-28. Now, I mean, I know the game is running out as we speak, but gosh, you'd think that you'd probably try to roll with some of your starters a little longer. Ahead to Thompson. And it's travel. Now, I guess that's really what gives the refs their individuality, is how fast or slow they do the traveling side.
That was a pretty slow call.
That was as epically slow as I've ever seen in my life. Jackson, the crossover. Over to Borelli. It's like they're setting something up here. The back screen and roll into Jackson. Off ahead to number 10.
There was that speed from Central Penn we talked about.
Jordan Peters, the foul, defender to the line.
Central Penn fouls number 3, Khadijah Jackson. That is her second personal foul. And at the line for Penn State is number 10, Jordan Peters.
I give Brian a hard time, but he's doing a terrific job on PA tonight.
Central Penn crowd really into it when Penn State shoots free throws.
You know, I gotta ask Chris. I gotta ask Christian this too. We kind of have it easy because we're always broadcasting the home games. We kind of get an interesting perspective, you know. Looks like Kayla Murren's gonna check in. She is. They have her listed as a sophomore. This will be her second season here, just got done with a successful soccer season. Literally no off season. They ended like 4 days ago.
Yep, right from soccer into basketball. So.
It's like Murren's probably playing power forward at this point. Murren in the and the crowd goes wild.
Nice turnaround jumper from Murren there, just entering the game.
Well, that's the point I was trying to make earlier, Tyler. Between people like DeWalt, Kiara White, Kayla Murren, they've got returning players as bench depth.
Let's go, dude. Good ball.
And
Yeah,
matter
to your point, that experience off the bench is only going to help Central Penn down the stretch.
I mean, just the way this team's composed. I don't want to get too excited because we're not even through 3 quarters yet, but gosh, this is a great start to this season.
Hey, if this is how the season's going to play out, I can't really complain.
Well, if ESPN would cover our game, Stephen A. would be the first to crown Central Penn an undefeated season here.
Central Penn College fouls on number 34, Ashley Matter. That is her third personal foul.
It's 55 to 29. 26 seconds left.
I guess if you're Central Penn, that's one thing to pick out about this game is there has been a lot of team fouls, but and you still have a 55 to 29 lead.
Well, and to your earlier point, Tyler, a lot of these fouls have not been converted upon by Penn State Scranton. Truly a team effort here. Not really anybody standing out scoring-wise, but the team is just playing so well. Jackson inside.
Central Penn College 57 and Penn State Scranton 31.
57-31 at the end of 3. Central Penn dominant. This is what we want to see for a home opener here, Tyler.
I tell you what, you really can't ask for anything better, you know. I mean, 57 to 31 lead.
Yes, I'll give you that, but I got to tell you, some of the drama of the games that Christian and I called last year, seeing game-winning shots, double overtimes. Now, we won one and lost one, but yes, those were very exciting. Sometimes the art in commentary, Tyler, is how you are when there's a blowout.
Yep. That's definitely something that gets brought up a lot in professional sports. How do you buy the time when there is a blowout game?
Well, you know, let's look at what we're doing.
Can I get a picture of you podcasters?
Well, we're live on the air, sir, but of course.
Let me pull back, all right? You ready? 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
No problem, Greg. Greg is a wonderful man working in our marketing department out here late night tonight, getting some nice shots for the website and social media. Keep up those live. Well, 10 minutes remain, 26-point lead for the Knights, 57-31, going into the fourth quarter. Murrin checked in, getting some minutes. It looked like Jaylyn might be done for the game here. She's kind of moved to the front of the bench as cheerleader.
Yeah, I think this, to the point we were just talking about in a blowout game, I think for Central Penn, this is where you just want everybody to stay healthy, and let's finish out these last 10 minutes.
We've seen almost everybody. Forced shot there. Still, Sierra DeWalt has not checked in yet, and it looks like there's a couple of others that are on the roster that I haven't seen check in yet, but I do think this is a pretty strong 8-person, 9-person rotation here. Finally gets that shot to fall. Danielle Powell struggled from the field tonight.
Danielle Powell.
Murrin inside to Patterson, outside to Jackson. For 3, no good.
Penn State now on the fast break.
From outside again. I gotta tell you, it's been a rough night for. This will be one Danielle Powell will want to forget. And all the way to the other side. Borelli with the fast break opportunity. Taxton makes it 59-33. Thompson open in the corner. Takes it straight to the hoop, loses control. And Patterson with the rebound. Looks like Jackson is really going to be playing point guard this season. Obviously, Jaylyn handles the ball and she's in the game. But if Jackson and Jaylyn could be on the floor at the same time with Patterson and Robinson, Borelli, you want to talk about an amazing team we've got going on here.
Penn State making an entire team change here.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to criticize a basketball coach because, frankly, I don't know. I've never been a basketball coach. The substitutions for Scranton just seem a little odd to me.
I definitely would agree with that.
We see number 30, Sierra DeWalt, checking in. Another veteran from last season.
7, 5, 4, 3.
And Jaylyn does check back into the game. Unfortunately, shot clock violation. Cuono back in the game, along with Peters. Monique kicks and Jaylyn with the steal. Back to Jackson, no, but Jaylyn the rebound.
And the foul. Jaylyn doing it all on that play with the fast break, the dish, the offensive rebound, and another foul.
That is her 3rd personal foul. And the line for Central Penn fouls will be Jaylyn Irvin-Jones.
Seeing Robinson limping back out here.
Go ahead, babe. Take your time.
Jaylyn to the line. And bangs in the first one. Rims out. 60-33 with 7:13 here left in the game. Jalen checking back in. You see number 10, Jordan Peters, wide open. And that was Monique Hicks from long range.
The first three they've hit in a while.
All right, Jalen back at point guard. Trying to figure out how we can beat this 2-3 zone here. Jeray Patterson, Robinson.
Robinson has looked strong all game.
There is absolutely no doubt about that. Colono from deep. Hicks with the rebound. And can't quite get it in.
I thought she took a few steps there.
Just an overmatched Penn State Scranton team here. Central Penn dominant here in game number 1 of the season. Tyler, let's look ahead. Saturday, back here at East Penn. We will be at East Penn High School most of the time this Saturday. East Penn Middle School. Saturday at 3. Come on back and support the Lady Knights. We will be back on Monday, November 18th for the ladies. Of course, we'll be back next week for the men's. We'll also be back on November 20th for Cheney University. That should be a big tilt. Colono, they even can get a shot off with Jalen.
That was only a 4th shot.
Jalen, back to Robinson. Timeout.
Khadijah Robinson, Penn State Scranton takes a full timeout.
5 minutes and 32 seconds.
I'll tell you what, I'll give Kawano credit there. She really was trying there on the offensive rebound, but was just overmatched by Jalen.
Something, as I look at the schedule here, Tyler, 8 of their first 9 games at home. Conversely, only 1 home game in their last 7. That could be interesting. So maybe starting off hot, but you're going to have...
Safe to say, you got to take advantage of that schedule early.
They're going to travel to... that's why we're not really going to be with you in February. Only 1 home game in all of February for the ladies. They'll travel to Penn State Scranton on the 6th, DuBois and Villa Maria, before they close out the season on February 16th with Bryant and Stratton.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be tough, 7 road games.
Well, and if you look, 2 of their last 10 at home, starting in January 22nd, they're going to be traveling. So really front-loaded here with their home schedule. But no better way to get started here at home.
Can I hear from the student section over there?
Her and Brian Cristiano getting a lot of love tonight.
We wish we had him on the nightly news broadcast, but he is enjoying his time at the PA booth.
I'll tell you what, he was a blast to work with in baseball there.
Hicks from deep, in and out, and Jalen. She's got to have 10 rebounds tonight. And Borelli back to Jalen.
I think we're at the point of the game now where Central Penn just tries to drain some clock here to end the game on each possession.
Inside to Jalen. Robinson can't hang on. Penn State Scranton goes the other way. Inside, really in the paint for the first time for most of the night. Varco back to Collins for the basket and foul.
Collins knocked down some free throws tonight for Penn State Scranton. See if she can keep it going.
It's almost like they're playing shifts here.
There comes another four.
Looks like we have a 9-person rotation here, which is what Central Penn has as well. And that's common in college. .444 remain, 64-37. As we wind down here in the fourth quarter, Jalen wide open from deep. A little off the mark there for Jalen, coming back the other way for Penn State Scranton. Like I said, Danielle Powell, this is a night she will want to forget, especially from beyond the arc.
And right on cue there, misses another shot.
Jalen back the other way, ahead to Robinson. Can't get it to fall. Robinson has nothing to hang her head about, that's for sure. Whistling almost with the steal with Breanna. What the foul? It's almost like Central Penn's being penalized for being a little too physical here. That's just how they play.
Kind of a surprise in a blowout game like this, too. You think the refs would just be trying to get it over.
Well, that's a testament to the coaching. That brings us to 64, 38, 3:55 remains. Borelli brings the ball up the floor. I believe between Jalen, Jackson, and Borelli, you can see almost 3 point guards at any time. Robinson again.
That'll be huge down the stretch of the season when some of them needs to rest on the bench.
Thompson from outside, that's good. You can see she's relieved that she hit that last shot. 66-41 with 3:18. Be about a solid hour 45 game here tonight, Tyler. I'll tell you, you got to give her credit. She keeps chucking it up. Danielle Powell struggles from the outside. Murrin in, Breanna out. And we're under the 3-minute mark here. And the rebound for Berger, can't get it to fall. She'll go to the line.
I think it's safe to say there's been a big difference in free throw shots here between Penn State Scranton and Central Penn.
Not even just free throw shots, but the three-pointer as well. I'd say they've taken about an equal number of shots. I would imagine Central Penn clearly a higher percentage. Steals, rebounds, offensive rebounds, all has to go to Central Penn. Calling out the play. Murrin inside to Thornton. Nice little up and in. Robinson again.
She's had a number of offensive boards tonight.
Penn State foul number 35, Tabitha Boyd, that is her second personal foul. And Khadijah Khadijah Robinson will be at the line for Central Penn.
No shame in missing that one. Robinson's had a tremendous game. Rebound Boyd, ahead to Thompson. Robinson checks out, but what a game. Another miss there. Thornton the rebound. And Jackson brings the ball up the floor. Murrin on the outside, into Thornton. Inside. Jackson tries to save. White tries to save it, can't do so. Matter hustles back. Thompson, the fake to the hoop, can't get it to fall. Berger. Berger, and one. Under 2 minutes, it's 66-45. I'd say at this point a little out of reach. But you got to give them credit for hanging around in the second half. No matter what the scoreboard is, they're still playing hard. Brings the score to within 20, under 2 minutes, 66-46. Penn State leads, Central Penn leads Penn State Scranton in the really utter dominance here. Jackson, the pull-up jumper, and he goes.
Yeah, Central Penn took the lead from the tip-off and never really looked back after that. I think it's been a great all-around game.
Missed shot there from number 35, Tabitha Boyd. Murrin ahead to Jackson, who pulls it back. Smart plays to just milk the clock here, Tyler. Yep. Let's get out of here healthy and with a W. Matter up and in.
With the quick shot, right as we say milk the clock.
Well, they should have reset the foul, the shot clock, but they're calling a 3-second violation. I mean, if the shot clock should have reset, they could have brought it back.
Yep.
And we're under 1 minute.
Only 1 minute.
All right, Penn State on their final charge. 1 minute left. Really just summarizes everything. They can't get it inside. They can't keep it on the outside.
And they turn the ball over.
White with the steal. Jackson takes it up. Should be able to run this almost all the way down here. Fancy moves from Jackson. Thornton the exclamation point. As the old NBA Jam announcer used to say, the nail in the coffin. Long shot. Lewis has had a great game. She's got nothing to hang her head about. But that's gonna do it, Tyler. signs off. We're going to be joined for a special interview before we get out of here tonight. We will tell everybody the nightly news player of the game. Well, I think we got to just hand that to somebody other than the person who's coming over. Khadijah Robinson will win the nightly news player of the game today. We talked to her at halftime, so we got to have the team MVP up here to have a little conversation, see how the game went. And there is the lady of the hour, Breanna. We're going to go down and hear more from Jaylyn Burton-Jones.
All right, 70-49, feeling great with that win under your belt. How did you think the team worked together with all the new girls, old girls, and everything fit together today?
I think everything fit very well. Like, we've been working together at practice, and then like just the momentum of like the new girls helping the new girls, knowing the plays and everything, just working well together. And it's really just communication. That's all it takes. And we talked well tonight on the floor, and we did good, and I'm proud of the team.
The communication between everyone's pretty set in stone, and I hear the little cheers and everything. So with that, all the girls are like bonding together, and everything's good with the team.
Our main thing is intensity. Intensity brings the D. Defense wins games. That's all we're worried about.
Awesome game today. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
Jaylyn Burton-Jones, the MVP of tonight's game, and certainly, hopefully, the MVP of the season. We'll see you again next time.
Thank you.
All right, Tyler, we are going to go to our quick post-game show. Want to bring back in Christian Fulp here.
Well, Christian, what can you say? Obviously, you were behind the scenes working the camera, producing the show, but what did you get out of this tonight? What were some takeaways that you saw?
Some takeaways that I got was the Lady Knights definitely play as one. They were intense from the start to the very finish. Every single player, whether they came off the bench or they started, they did phenomenal. And it all starts with their leaders. I feel like there's a lot of leaders on this team. Like, and everyone on the team gels. They did a phenomenal job. Like I said, it was a little rough coming in from the second half, but they did a great job and they finished it out.
I got to tell you, the one person I was really impressed with tonight, obviously up top to bottom, this was an impressive victory, but Khadijah Robinson, inside, outside, gives us another rebounding presence in addition to Jeray Patterson. Jeray, she struggled under the basket, but those shots are going to fall, Jeray. I promise you, coming up soon. And of course, what else can you say about Jaylyn? I'm sure she would admit that maybe she was a little off from the field, but her other contributions, rebounding the ball, steals, really just making sure to distribute the ball, top to bottom.
Definitely.
What more can you say at this point? Well, we're looking forward to some other future games coming up. But in the meantime, Christian, fans, to take away from this, give them a sort of an overview of what you think the season's going to bring with what we just saw tonight.
Well, with the start of this and how they started this first opening game, I would say that the sky's the limit for them. As long as they play together and play with that same unity that they did tonight, I don't think anything could really stop them but themselves. So if they just keep doing what they're doing, I think it'd be a great season for our Lady Knights.
I made a great comment to Tyler earlier. I said if Stephen A. Smith was here, he'd already crowned them the champions of the USCAA conference after seeing this game.
Definitely.
But gotta tell you, another amazing victory here for the Central Penn Knights in their season opener, home opener. They beat Penn State Scranton 70-49 here at East Penn High School. Well, I think that's going to be it for the broadcast team of Tyler Coleman, Christian Fulp, and I'm Paul Miller. We will see you again 1 week from tonight for the Central Penn Knights men's team and their home opener. So until then, Tyler Coleman, Christian Fulp, Paul Miller, that's going to do it. We'll catch you again next time.
Go Knights.